What's poppin', everybody? It's your boy Armon, and we are back with another video. Get in here, because it's time to get into some things, okay? Now listen, this was not on my docket for 2024, but let me tell you something. I'm excited about it, all right? And listen, I know a lot of people's not talking about it, but that's why I'm going to make it my business to discuss it, because if I don't cover the gay news and the gay rappers, then who will? And let's be clear, they are just as entertaining as the girls. So we're going to get into some things, all right? So I don't know what kind of voodoo Cat Williams has put on 2024, where he has everybody putting it on the floor and addressing everybody, and then some of the girls not really responding, but responding, and it's just a whole thing, okay? Down from the straights, from Eminem to Benzino to Nicki Minaj and Megan Thee Stallion, all the way down to Saucy Santana. And it's your boy, Kandie, a.k.a. J. Will, a.k.a. the Pickle Packet, okay? So we got to get into some things. And yeah, shout out to J. Will. Mind you, Kandie, you have not sent me no pickle yet. But quiet as kept, and be honest with you. Child, I was thinking, this is a whole side note. I had wanted one of those pickles, and I was like, you know what? I don't, because what if I don't like the pickle? You know what I mean? And everybody seems like they like the pickle, but I will be the one to be like, girl, this pickle is nasty, and then bitch, you don't like me anymore. You know what I mean? I know that is so crazy and so stupid, but listen, I think I'm gonna try one of those pickles though, because I feel like everybody is trying the pickle. But anyway, this is not about the pickle. This is about the beef. Y'all like that? Not about the pickle, but about the beef. All right. Anyway, hey Saucy. Saucy always keeps a cute glare right around here. You know what I mean? I used to think that was something else, but now I'm looking at her pictures. It's always like the light always hits her right there. So that's what that is, guys. That is a nasty glare on Saucy right there. But anyway, let's get into these two and their beef. Now, I didn't know that they had a beef. I do know this, though. Majority of gay rappers, you know, outside of Lil Nas X, I guess, they don't like Saucy. You know, Saucy gets a very, very negative rep around town. The girls always are in my inbox, you know, letting her have it. You know, whether they feel like her attitude is very rude, she's very mean, very nasty, or they feel like she's trash. You know, some girls feel like even when she puts out her battle raps or her freestyles, some girls send me their freestyles. And I'm like, girl, what do you want me to do with this? You know, put it out on the floor against her, but you know, they don't really want to say anything publicly because it could just be a mess. But Kandie, she's decided that she is going to come public. Now, if you know anything about Kandie J. Will, he is probably one of the first gay rappers that I have seen on the more feminine, you know, flamboyant side. The hair, the makeup, the nails, the cross-dressing, the drag. And actually really, really good. Kandie, by far, is one of the top 3 gay LGBTQ rappers. I think Kandie has really done her thing over the last few years, you know, from being on Love and Hip Hop to, you know, getting on Wild and Out, and really just finding his way and trying to navigate through that, trying different things to, you know, stay above water, whether it's hair, makeup, nails, food, you know, Facebook, pickles, whatever it is. He uses everything to try to get to fund his music, which is truly his craft, even if he's got to make skits. And I've seen him do, you know, covers and Freestyle Fridays and so many different things, you know, to some of our favorite artists. And sometimes, you know, they'll show love, sometimes they won't. But what I love about Kandie is the fact that Kandie never stops grinding. Kandie never stops working. And you can tell that he loves, you know, rap, and he loves the art of, you know, hip hop and being an artist. And, you know, he loves the character that he's created. Now, you know, back in the day, we had a little bit of words because, you know, he was on Love and Hip Hop and he didn't want to be Kandie anymore. And he wanted to be J. Will. And the problem was the people didn't want to book J. Will. They wanted to book Kandie. And this is what I would tell all the artists, you know, LGBT artists especially, you know, yes, the mainstream and the people, they will like you for the hair, the nails, the wigs, the keys, the cackles. But when you want to transition out of that, they won't support. They always want their caricature. So when you decide, let me fix my seat. When you decide that that is the direction that you're going to choose, that is a career long commitment, because the minute you decide to be yourself, they're going to want that hair and nails. All right. So I think Kandie learned that, and so now Kandie's at a place where, listen, Kandie has made me the money. Kandie has got me successful. Kandie has got me into spaces where Jay Will may have not. So I'm here. And I've had to fight through the industry. I've spent years upon years upon years doing what I need to do, chasing this dream. And I think that he's still doing it and trying to break through. However, the industry is probably just not ready for this type of person yet. You know what I mean? Now, some people will call this a caricature. Some people will call this a spoof. Some people will call this, a character of black women. So maybe the industry is not ready for that. However, in 2019, we move over to what's big, sweetie? Big man, hair, nails, big, wide back, city girls, itty bitty voice, women's clothing, short skirts, short, workout shorts, nails, and cackles online. Saucy Santana, makeup artist, gone, Instagram comedian, meme, gone, female rapper, gay rapper, and, ushered in through the city girls and, completely goes viral, and people are seemingly ready for it. I think the difference between them two, I think that people were more ready for it. So even though Saucy wears the wigs and wears the nails and stuff, I think the difference was, I think Saucy, he got ushered in by females, the city girls. He had a very big cosign with the city girls, and he had that comedic edge that people liked, and he was really unapologetic about who he was as far as a gay man. You know what I mean? And he would go on these interviews and he would talk about him being gay and him relating to girls and him coming from a female perspective, and him, he would go to the strip clubs. He would always be around the women. So he was one of the gay guys that, yes, while he was gay, but he related more to straight women. So that would be what he would pander to his audience, and people like that. Maybe whereas Kandie was rapping more about men and in a sense, I don't really remember, to be honest, if it was about booty and this and that, because a lot of times what ends up happening with the gay guys, I feel like they end up rapping about, guy on guy action, and Saucy just took it from, and I think he was more rapping from a give me some money because I'm a baddie, you know what I mean? It was less about do me in my butthole, you know what I mean? And more like deposit your check type vibes. I can rock 'em like a dog, things like that. And so I think people resonated with that. And I'm gonna be honest with you, Saucy was very, very, very funny. And, in the era he came out, when you have a City Girls, we weren't looking for a super lyricist like that. Kandie is a lyricist. Saucy makes like funner records, super simple. I'll equate like Saucy's like Ice Spice, Kandie's more like a Volato. Both great, but like Kandie, you're gonna have to really think about and sit, and Kandie's gonna have to really get into her bag of like making a song. Where Saucy is like, it's fun, it's cute, we can, it'll be cute for a while, and we can act funny, and we stand on business, and da-da-da-da. But the thing is, will Saucy be here 5 years from now? Because we do know that Saucy Santana has been signed and lost the deal, whether he walked away or wasn't getting the right funding. And we also know that the last 5 records Saucy Santana has dropped have flopped. He has tried to remake Walk at least 3 times. They've all been with the same cadence. I think it's walk it like I talk it, walk and walk away, walk, and then now it's industry, stand up, and no, bop, 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 walk it like I talk it, and walk. So 4 songs that all, and then 1, 2, 3, 1-800 bad bitch and bop bop bop. All it over, flop flop flops. Okay, complete trash, garbage. And so at this point, I think Saucy Santana is just kind of like, to hell with it. Let me just be a socialite. But we'll get into that. But let's get back to the beef, because I was getting on a tangent, child. Y'all was getting into my comment. I was getting into my commentary bag before I even let you know why these two were up here. Bop bop bop. Okay. Wow. No, but seriously. So, as I'm minding my business and slightly trying to mind yours too, Kandie drops a freestyle to no bars. Now, mind you, this took me for a second because I had known that she didn't like Saucy for a minute. But she had covered one of Saucy's records too. I forget the name of the Saucy record that she covered, but she tagged Saucy and she did a kissy face and a heart on it. And I'm like, oh, so she likes Saucy. She must have really, like, turned over a new leaf. I'm like, Miss Thing is getting those coins. She's making hundreds of thousands of dollars on them pickles, bitch. She done changed her life around. She's not beefing with the girls now. She's standing on bitch. She's excited. Like, girl, she's doing Saucy Santana covers now. This is crazy. You know what I mean? I didn't say nothing. And then I seen the JT record, and she was talking about Material Girl fumbled the bag and yada, yada, yada. So she started taking shots at Saucy Santana. So me being me, Saucy Santana had a song out, Standing on Business. Me being me, I go and put the girls on a screenshot, and I'm like, okay, well, give me one. Because we don't talk about the gays enough. Like, give me one. Like, give me one. Give me Kandie or give me Saucy. The comments, the timeline, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, it was going viral everywhere, okay? So Saucy responds. I'm not going to play the response because she's doing a lot of cursing. In so many words, she was on, you soft fat nigga, this, that, and the third. You a mother, you ain't got no money. You a battle rapper. You was on Wildin' Out. I'm on shows. I do tours. This, that, and the third. This is Saucy to Kandie. You've been basically, you just mad because I didn't want you in my section. If I didn't want you in my section, you didn't have to be in my section. You should have people be able to facilitate you a section because, you was on Love and Hip Hop. They should be able to get you a section, and best believe I'm not going to get you back on Love and Hip Hop. I got Zell Swag back on Love and Hip Hop. They was happy to get me on Love and Hip Hop. They were just, because I'm on Love and Hip Hop now. Okay? So they're doing a back and forth. Jay Will then goes back and forth and tells Kandie, girl, tell Saucy, get in the ring, baby. You're not going to downplay my Wildin' Out. You're not going to downplay any of that. Get in the ring. You can't get on Wildin' Out. You can't do a Wildin' Out. You would get washed on Wildin' Out. Okay? So don't try to downplay who I am. And so Jay Will kept going and going and going and going and going. And people in the comments weren't here for it. They were dragging. They said that she's dragging it and dragging it and dragging it and dragging it, and she's jealous of Saucy Santana. And now recently, Jay Will called me. She let me hear a diss record, a second diss to Saucy Santana. And listen, I'm here for it. Saucy, if you want to call me and let me hear a diss, I'm here for that too. I know you and Jughead don't like me, and that's fine. But we are equal opportunity platform. So he called me and let me hear the diss. Very cute. I'm here for it. Saucy probably not going to respond, but, it's a very cute diss record. She's putting it on the floor. One thing about this hoe right here, this hoe really, really can rap. It's no shade. And this hoe can rap. This hoe really, really can rap. I don't know why the girls won't let her through. I think if Jay Will can really get a commercial club record, she will be cute. Because that's all she needs. She just need a little bit more je ne sais quoi. She need a little bit more, I hate to say this. But she's going to have to dumb it down just a little bit, especially now. I mean, wearing a sexy red Saucy Santana City Girl, you know what I mean? Nobody, you think you're the bitch, you're not even a fart, like, come on. We're not really looking for bars. We're looking for things that we can put in our title and kiki and cackle. You know what I mean? So I think if he can figure out a catchy tune, she can go far. And if you keep working, you'll get it. Now, going back to this beef, here's my thoughts on this. Do I think that Jay Will is jealous of Saucy Santana? I don't think she's jealous of Saucy Santana at all. Do I feel like she feels slighted by the industry? Yes. Do I feel like she feels like she's better than Saucy Santana? Absolutely. Is she a better rapper than Saucy Santana? Absolutely. Is she making better songs than Saucy Santana? No. I'll say this. Saucy Santana makes catcher songs. Last few songs, Saucy Santana, trash. I'm talking about Material Girl, Walk, Shisha. Those songs were cute. Material Girl is one of my favorite songs by Saucy Santana. Jay Will hasn't given me one of those yet. He needs to create those, okay? However, do I think Saucy Santana will get in the ring and battle him? No. Saucy will not get in the ring and battle him because Saucy knows that she can't. Do I think that Saucy will be here in the next 5 years? No. Will Saucy be on our internet? Will Saucy be around? Yes, but if you really think about it, Saucy Santana is not here now. Saucy Santana is not here now. Jay Will be here as a rapper long before and after Saucy Santana. Saucy Santana is not here now as a rapper. Saucy Santana is now here as an extended version of the City Girls, a man who sits and clout chases between two other men, depending on what she needs. Chef D is elsewhere, depending on, those are her two boyfriends, and occasionally the OnlyFans porn star that she gets with when she needs some quick clout and attention. Saucy Santana, the problem I think with Saucy Santana, why he has flopped so bad, it's not that he doesn't make good songs, but I think that she got so arrogant that the people just stopped buying into it. Saucy Santana's problem was, the same females and the gays and the people that lived for you during, let me see you walk, and walk 'em like a dog and all of that. Once you got the fame and the notoriety and the clout, you started walking past them as if they didn't support you, when the City Girls were trying to act as if you weren't even here, when they realized that you were getting more support than them, when they realized you were getting more acknowledgement from Nicki Minaj, when they were snatching the mics from you at Rolling Loud. The people were rooting for you to get on those stages, and then once you got on those stages, you started feeling fab and started feeling like you could be untouched. You were untouchable, and you could say any and everything that you wanted, so you started getting out of your body, dragging Blue Ivy, not apologizing, making a mockery of it in Houston. You know what I'm saying? Dragging black women, saying you're going to beat the sister up, and then you saying that the gays taught women how to be women, just really getting arrogant because you had signed your deal or you felt like you had got the money, not realizing that, you can and will fall. And it happened. Saucy Santana literally went from making records and performing at BET stages, MTV VMA stages, performing live shows with Madonna, to now bragging about being booked for 2 shows equaling up to $100,000, probably at your local Nashville Pride or your Kiki Ball in Atlanta. Nothing against the Kiki Balls or Nashville Pride, but I'm saying a person that's standing on business, performing with the Queen of Pop, and standing on MTV VMA stages, whether it's the small stage or the pre-show stage, you were not supposed to go from the pre-show stage to the mini ball or around the corner. You were supposed to go from the pre-show stage to the main stage. Saucy Santana has went backwards. You weren't supposed to shit on Love and Hip Hop and not get on the show and leave the show to come back and now be bragging about how you got your man on the show and how everybody at Love and Hip Hop is so excited to have you on the show. Remember, Saucy, you were the one that thought you were too big for Love and Hip Hop. So you are now actually going backwards, because if it were up to you, you were not going to do Love and Hip Hop. So I just think that Saucy Santana got really, 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 really arrogant. And I just think that she's kind of ghetto mindset and not really, really smart. So every time we hear about Saucy Santana in the news and in the media and the press and on the blogs, it's never for her music. It's never for her, the bars. It's never for her talent. It's never for her music videos. It's never for her kikis. It's always for some disrespectful something that she has said against, you know, a group of people. Or it's always something that, you know, black women are outraged about. Or, you know, if she's not saying that this girl is not cute because she doesn't have a BBL. And it's like, girl, you're sitting around saying a woman is not cute because she doesn't have a BBL. Saucy Santana has had 3 BBLs, and people, you know, but, you know, I'm not going to sit here and read her, but I'm just saying, there are certain things that you can and cannot say, especially being a gay man, and when they're letting you in the door, even if you feel that way, you pay it. But the problem with Saucy Santana is, not only will she go against the fish here and there, she's so fab, she's so sickening, she's so tea, she's so this, she's so that, and, you know, she tries to shade the gays. So then the gays don't end up feeling her, because it's like, you're giving so much, and it's like, girl, you want to be this superficial, pretentious, mean girl so bad, when it's like, girl, it's not really adding up. Nobody really wants to be you. Nobody really wants to be like you. The girls liked you. They thought you were key. But, girl, you started feeling yourself, because why? Shouldn't you just get on here, do your thing, and do your big one, stand on business, and be successful, and the girls will uplift you? But now the girls, it feels like the girls are hating on you, because it's like, girl, you want to be this, I don't know, you want to be this idea of this Regina George, white girl, mean white fish, mean girl, uppity type of superficial, pretentious thing that's just like that you've seen, I guess, somewhere on TV and news, and you feel like this is what people with money act like, when it's like, girl, no, you don't have to give that. You can be a regular person, you can be a humble person, and you can actually get a lot further. And so, you know, I'm not really a big fan of Saucy Santana. I think she's late. But I'm not going to deny that she knows how to make good songs, or she's made good songs in the past. Now, as far as this battle, she's recently went online and bragged about how the fact she's made $50,000, $100,000 on for 2 shows. So she's not going to go back and forth and battle Jay Will, alluding to the fact that, you know, she's getting paid for shows. I think that that's great. You know, many people can't say they're getting $100,000 for 2 shows. But at this stage of the game, when you got records with Madonna, you're on MTV and BET, or you got gold plaques and all of these things, record deals, record labels, and, you know, $100,000. The girls, I mean, this is not your peer, I guess, at that point anymore. You know, what about these girls that they have you follow around? They're getting $500,000 a show, $1 million a show, $250,000, $300,000 per show. You're still taking breadcrumbs, bringing it back to the gays, thinking that you're shitting on us, when, girl, the girls in your industry, and you may be doing better than them, or you may have more followers and more engagement than them, and, girl, you're still not getting, you're not getting paid that much. Like, let's just really, like, it may be a lot to a Jay Will, but in the grand scheme of things, the girls are probably like, girl, don't say that out loud. But again, Saucy Santana, she doesn't think bigger, and this was always my thing with her. She thinks, girl, you can't come for me, baby. I done made $50,000 per show, which I'm not saying it's no small fry, but for where she was going, that's very small fry. Because I feel like, yeah, of course you can talk it to her, you know, but girl, you got a record with Lil Nas X. You know what I'm saying? So where's that? Now, apparently, the record with Lil Nas X is still coming out. I also heard through the grapevine that there was another gay rapper on the record, and then at some point, the gay rapper washed Saucy Santana on the record. The record got pulled. I don't know, but then they're saying there's a female rapper going to be on the remix. It's going to be Saucy, a female rapper, and Lil Nas X. That record is supposed to come out. Hopefully, that'll be the record that kicks him into the algorithm, and maybe he'll get back in the game. But as of right now, I just feel like Saucy Santana is a glorified socialite that makes music. I don't really feel like Saucy Santana is an artist anymore. But I don't think that he really cares. You know what I mean? I think Saucy Santana at this point is a social media socialite. And it is what it is. But I would like to see these girls battle. I don't mind hip hop beef. Now, am I gonna, with all that being said though, am I gonna act like Saucy Santana is outside of like Lil Nas X? When we talk about the hood and black people, is Saucy Santana on top? Yeah. Saucy Santana is on top. And a lot of girls are gonna feel some type of way because a lot of girls are gonna feel like she's trash. And while Saucy Santana may be trash, one thing that he has over these other girls is that he's making, or he has made, catchier songs. You know? So I'm here to actually see where this beef goes. I would like J. Will to actually, or Kandie, to actually catch her one. I would like them to go ahead and keep it on the battlefield. Now, these girls are talking about fighting, doing all that stuff. Fighting is crazy. I think meeting up and fighting is crazy. But I also think, Saucy Santana, you set up here and you were ready, and you made a whole diss record to DJ Academics. See, that's the cloud chaser. You made a diss record to DJ Academics, but you didn't want to make a record to Kandie that called you out. So you want to battle rap a media personality, but you don't want to battle rap the rapper. You put DJ Academics in a song. Hell, your whole hit record, Walk, 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 you battle. What is Saucy Santana's thing with battling media personalities and records? But when rapper girls come up against her, they say nothing. She's even taking shots at me. But my thing is, come against the girls that are rappers. She don't want to do that. And that's what I can't respect. You talking all that, come against the girls that eat her up, get her, show her. You're bragging about the money. Okay, girl, you got the money over her. But but let's just be honest. You having the money over her is merely more so because, girl, we're in a social media era. But you know you're not better than Kandie. You know you're not better than majority of these people. You know, we're just in a lazy time where talent really doesn't matter anymore. It's just about like, girl, is this good for TikTok? Do I like this person's Instagram? Like, let's be clear. So, Saucy, when you give all this, like, you're just eating these girls up, it's like, well, yeah, you are more popular than the girls. I can't take that away from you. But you know you couldn't last a day against her or anybody on Wild 'N Out. So don't even try to shit on the girls on Wild 'N Out because it takes real talent and true skill. And as a rapper, you should know that to get on there and get on Wild 'N Out. You know, you could never do that. Now, I will say he did slightly have a point where he talked about, you know, battle rappers don't make the main stage. They be on YouTube and Queen of the Ring and things like that. You know, there is some truth to that. You know? And so he said, I'm not a battle rapper. I'm not going to battle you. But, you know, you don't necessarily have to battle her. You could put out a record, though, and get in your bag on her. You can do it. She calling you out. Defend your crown. You was doing freestyles with the mic dropping from the sky and all that. So don't shake up now because somebody finally called you out and put an ad on it. Like, girl, somebody had to say, Saucy Santana is trash, girl, and I want to try her. J. Will he was the one that wasn't scary and did it. Majority of the gay girls think that you're trash. But they're just not going to say it. But yeah, so those are my thoughts on that. I can't wait to see where this goes. And I like when Saucy gets in her bag, and I like when does her thing, and I like when Jay Will gets in his bag, and I think there's room for both of them because they both do two different type of things. I just think that Saucy Santana needs to humble himself a little bit more, and Jay Will needs to figure out how to find a commercial record. Now there's another thing I want to touch on before I got out of here. Give me 1 second. Jughead. So Jughead here over the last or a few weeks ago, Jughead went and tried to drag me. I'm gonna keep it really short because I really don't care. Big Waterhead Creature upset with me because I repeated what DJ Academic said, not in a messy way, but what I said was, I guess DJ Academic said that you failed at everything, like she failed at everything in life. So I captioned, I was like, you failed at everything in life. Like more like that's a gag, like, wow, like he's really going there. She took that as an opportunity to go and berate me, call me all kind of things, and say all this stuff, nasty things to me, and talk about how much money she's made. Listen, you're trash, okay? You are a glorified socialite as well. You are a rapper that was one of the biggest female rap groups to date, but yet you're selling 6,000 copies, okay? And your claim to fame at this point, fame and fortune, is a board game. Pay it. It is what it is, girl. We don't know you for your podcast anymore because the man that you was letting piss on you and put you in the freak offs, he's canceled. Your career is a flop. Yes, you have a successful drinking game. Great. You're a socialite and an entrepreneur. Congratulations, Jughead. But at the end of the day, you still got put out of that section. And when I saw you, I did not need to approach you. I asked you, did you want to sit down? She says, when you saw me, I saw you in person, you was mute. Like she thought that was a flex. First of all, Jughead, like I told you and I told everybody else, the true flex is you were called second. And you will never be called for that brand again because you guys did terrible business. But I'll tell you this, you were called second. I called Cardi B. Cardi B told me to call Freshie. Then I called you. Then Freshie called you and you were begging for the tickets. Okay? So I wasn't in your seat. You were in my seats. And then you went over to get into Yo Gotti seats and they told you to leave. Imagine a bitch telling me that they're so famous and they're so fab and they're so much better than me. I don't know if you guys ever been to a concert before, but the Beyonce concert, when all the celebrities walk by and come through, the crowd, the general public, what they do is they scream loud, what? Oh my God, Kylie Jenner, da, 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 da. Jughead walks through with her homegirl and no one says anything. They were saw, not a peep in the crowd. No one said anything. So your star power is not all of that. No one really gave a shit. The influencers there got more attention than you. So at the end of the day, what do I look like addressing a female that I've done commentary at like online? So I'm supposed to see you and say, hey, yeah, by the way, it's me, Armon. I thought your song was trash, bitch. Like, what am I supposed to say? What was I supposed to say? So at the end of the day, I didn't say anything, and neither did you, but were we supposed to spar at Beyonce's concert? That's ignorant, that's ghetto, that's dumb. But anyway, Jughead, I hope you have a nice life. I don't desire to have any beef with you. It's all love here, respectfully. I still think you're a loser-ass bitch with a big water head, and you're definitely not the cute city girl. Very big face, and you Photoshop the shit out of your photos. So with that being said, I love you all. I'm going to get out of here. Make sure you guys like this video, share the video, and until next time, keep that same energy, and we'll see you soon. Peace out.